The second stage of the Thomson-East Coast MRT Line will start running from August 28th. The 6 stations slated to open are Springleaf, Lentor, Mayflower, Bright Hill, Upper Thomson and Caldecott. This stage of the project was delayed in part by the pandemic after the first stretch from Woodlands North to Woodlands South opened in January last year. Senior Transport Correspondent Christopher Tan is here with more. Welcome back to the show, Christopher. Tell us more about these 6 new Thomson-East Coast Line stations. What can commuters expect at these stations?
Okay, first of all, I think what we can expect from these stations on the Thomson-East Coast Line is that there will be a lot more entrances compared to the stations on older lines, which typically have 2, 3, or at most 4 entrances. At these new stations, you have up to 7 entrances. For instance, the Mayflower station has got 7 entrances linking to places like Ang Mo Kio Avenue 4, CHIJ St. Nicholas, Mayflower Primary and Secondary Schools, right? So the accessibility to stations are fantastic, right? Lentor Station has got 5 entrances linking to places like the Lentor Estate and Teachers Estate. Same thing with Upper Thomson Station, 5 entrances linking to places like Shuchao Estate, Housing Estate, Thomson Plaza, and Church of the Holy Spirit. So you can see that the effort to make our stations more accessible and more connected to the neighborhood that they are built in has come to fruition at last. And now commuters can expect better connectivity, not getting wet when it rains, and maybe a bit more shelter from the sun when they get out of the train and onto their destination.
And Christopher, Transport Minister S. Iswaran was at one of the stations this morning, the Caldecott station. He said this new line will enhance the resilience of the national rail network. Could you elaborate on this?
Yeah, so what he meant was that if, for instance, there should be a breakdown on one line, commuters actually now have an alternative, right? I mean, in the old days, we only have 2 lines, north-south and east-west. And if these 2 break down, I think, I think commuters will be at a loss. You'll have to either go for bus bridging or, find their own way around. But in the case of, for instance, when the Thomson-East Coast Line is fully open, you will see that the vertical line actually kind of mirrors the north-south line. So there's some alternative for them to, maybe they will have to, make their way a little bit longer than usual. But they have an alternative. And then the horizontal line that goes into the East Coast, it kind of mirrors the east-west line as well as the downtown line. So this is what we mean, he meant by resilience. So that in case there are technical glitches at one station or one line, people have an alternative they can turn to. Whereas in the past, when there's a breakdown, just, hard luck.